Welcome to the free webinar series for EFL and ESL teachers by BingoBongo Learning. I am your host, Jeremy Lanig. Thank you for joining us today. Today is webinar number 9 of the series. If you haven't seen the first 8, they're great. You should definitely check those out on our website or just Google search BingoBongo webinars. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about routine-based lessons that take less than 5 minutes to prepare. 5 minutes, you say? Wow, that's unbelievable. Well, actually, I can do it in 0 minutes. And the reason for that is because I know the routine, I've memorized it, and the only thing that takes 5 minutes is to actually prepare the worksheets and staple on the students' QR code kind of homework assignments. We actually have managers doing that, so at my school, Step by Step English in Kagawa Prefecture here in Japan, our teachers don't spend any time preparing any materials or preparing lessons. They just come in and teach. And so we've created this great system that allows you to save time, and I think it's a much, much better approach to teaching. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look to see how that works. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is, let's see if we can find it here. All right, before we start and look at the lesson, let me tell you a little bit about the lesson itself. The curriculum that I am using is the BingoBongo Learning English curriculum. All right, so I am the founder of BingoBongo Learning, and over the past 10 years of running and operating my own English school, I've encountered so many problems, and basically all of our solutions have come together into this BingoBongo curriculum. And the curriculum itself can be used, let's see here, it can be used as course books, or it can be used as sort of on downloadable curriculum packs. So let's see if we can find these here. So if you go to the BingoBongo website, you would see up here at the top lesson plans, and then it says ESL curriculum download packs. So our entire curriculum is in book form, or it's in basically a digital form, PDF form. So you can download all of the worksheets, all of the flashcards, all of the printable bingo cards, word searches, QR code list, games. It just goes on and on. And so there are 10 levels, and each level has around 700 files. If you were to download all 10 levels, you're looking at 6,500 files in all. And that's all for just a one-time payment of 24,000 yen. And that even includes a 1-year membership to our online resource library and teaching platform, the ABC FunBox. So you could get all the printables and the online program, and that's 24,000 yen. If you decide you don't want to use the online stuff, then you don't have to pay. After that, you can subscribe as a school or as a solo teacher. Anyway, we'll get into that later. However, if you decide that you want to use course books, which I recommend for schools in Japan, it saves a lot of time with printing and preparing the worksheets, we would use the 5 FunBooks in the series. And these are pretty big books. They're 300 pages, 200 pages. I think the smallest book we have is 160 pages. So FunBook 1, we introduced the ABCs and a lot of very basic vocabulary. Not necessarily phonics focused vocabulary, but just a lot of vocabulary, words that start with A, B, C. And we actually repeat the same vocabulary all 3 years. So I use this book for 3 years. So the uppercase letters have the same vocab as the lowercase letters. And then even in the numbers, you're going to see that repeated and reviewed heavily. We're just trying to get the kids around the ages of 3, 4, and 5, get them familiar with the ABCs, get them a lot of writing practice and confidence, just being able to recognize and say all of the vocab words. We're not really focused on reading and writing yet. That would be where the next book comes into play. And so once students hit elementary school, first grade, hopefully they've got a couple years experience, learning some vocabulary words. It's not necessary, but it helps them jump into the reading and the phonics adventure that's about to, follow from this book. Now with phonics and math, it's actually a 1-year course just focused on a hardcore phonics, experience, and it's a little bit different than FunBook 1 and the FunBook 2. It's actually right in between, and we can call it FunBook 1.5, if you will. But it's one of our newer books, and it's been excellent in terms of getting students to just be able to read and write, within 1 year, so they can, blast through the rest of the books with a lot more confidence. So after Phonics and Math FunBook, we're going to look at FunBook 2. And now what we do with FunBook 2 is we're going to take a look at some of the standardized tests, and we're going to figure out what are the requirements to pass these tests. What verbs do we need? What adjectives do we need? What grammar points do we need? And we're going to reverse engineer that into our book. And we did that so that we could create a book that was heavily focused on speaking and verbal communication, but still gave the students the tools to pass, say, ACAN 5 if you finish this book. Now, at my school, we never ever recommend taking ACAN tests. I think it's, I'd rather have my students get a strong speaking and listening foundation at a young age, and then take it later on if they want to. But we can at least tell the parents, like, hey, even if you don't take ACAN, you know that you're going to be able to pass because our textbooks are designed with those standardized tests in mind. All right, and then we just continue that pattern with FunBook 3. So if you were to finish FunBook 3, if students finish FunBook 3, they'd be able to pass, say, ACAN 4. That's roughly the equivalent. And then our most recent FunBook 4 covers basically all of the vocab, all of the grammar points that students will see by the time they graduate junior high school in Japan. And that also means, say, like equivalently, being able to pass ACAN 3. All right, so I'm not going to get too much into the details of that. If you have questions about that, feel free to send me a message. But what I want to do is get back to the topic at hand, and I would like to just kind of watch our lesson here. So let's see, I have the lesson, and I'm going to just kind of watch each point of it, break it down, explain why I'm doing the routine the way I am, and we'll carry on that way. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's start the class. Can I wash my hands, please? Yes, you can. Can I have your homework folder and your finished file, please? I will collect everyone's old homework and their folders. Good. Then I check, did they do their homework? Yes, they did. Yeah. All right, you can have 2 stickers today. 2 stickers. Can I? Yes, you can. Please put your bag on the hook. Please come in. All right. So I'm sort of blocking the view. You can only see my back here. But this is the greeting phase of my lesson. So I have 6 students. They're all lined up. And before they can even come into the classroom, we have basically an English sort of routine that they have to complete to get in. You're going to see that my lesson is based on all of these English challenges that if the student can use English to communicate and achieve the goal, then they can move on to the next step. So the students, they come in, and the first thing they do is they have to say, can I wash my hands, please? And then they say, I ask them, can I have your homework folder, please? Can I have your finished file, please? And so the students hand me those, and they say, here you are. And then they say, can I come in, please? All right, so right away we have kids just going into English mode when they come in. And if they give me their homework folder, I'll go ahead then and check their homework, make sure they've done the homework, they've done some of the QR codes at home, and then I give them their sticker card. We call them Stictionary cards, and they get 2 stickers to go in and start working on independently. Usually we have a manager in the class, so they would help the kids right away start getting their stickers. Now, the one thing that took me about 10 years to realize is that you cannot have an effective lesson unless you are extremely organized about how your students enter the classroom and do their activities and leave the classroom. So initially we had these procedures where the kids would come in and we were losing 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And at the end of the day, we could only do a couple activities throughout the lesson. And it was a fun lesson, the kids are enjoying it. But if we're really organized, we're going to see in this lesson that I'm going to do about 14 or 15 different things that they just flow really smoothly based on the organization. And so these homework folders, you notice the kids don't have to bring in a book or take out a book or open their workbook or open their textbook. It's just one folder with one piece of their homework, which maybe 2 pages stapled together, and that's it. They take it out. I have to do this. And if it's not there, then it's in their finished file, which is all of their completed assignments. And in here, there's also some battle eggs cards. We're going to see how those come into play as well. But I cannot stress this enough. Organization is the key to making this routine-based lesson system work. All right, so then, just to recap, the students arrive. They ask, can I wash my hands, please? Now, this kind of happened due to the pandemic, coronavirus happening. Now we have to disinfect, but at least we can call that washing my hands. And I have an opportunity for students to use English in a natural setting. The example I always use is rock, scissors, paper, like Junkin, right? So students know how to say rock, scissors, paper, 1, 2, 3. And this is the big difference between practicing English through games versus practicing English in context. Now, when they learn rock, scissors, paper, 1, 2, 3, they know the word rock, they know the word scissors, they know the word paper. They say it dozens of times in a lesson, right? But then if we're doing a craft and the students go, oh, can I have this one? Can I have, what is this? And like, okay, so you don't know how to ask me, can I have the paper, please? Can I have the scissors, please? Even though you know that word. And it's because they haven't learned those words in context. And now, if you meet the students every day, or if they're in, a setting where they can get a lot of input and they can hear it all the time, that's fine. But with English in Japan, English as a foreign language, or EFL, they only have maybe once a week to study. So that's it. And so that's where we're talking about, let's make everything as efficient as we can. So the more context we have on our activities, the better. So the students come in, can I wash my hands, please? Yes, you can. They give me their homework folder, they give me their finished file, and they say, can I come in, please? Now you could be more polite if you want, may I come in, please? That's fine. Yeah, and so then we start the sticker time, the Dictionary card activity, and the other students arrive. It used to be the case where students would come in and they just sit around and they're sitting at the desks waiting for other kids to come in. It's just kind of chaos. And the students have all this kind of excited, energy. They want to, they're excited to come to class. So if we have an activity right away for them to start with, then it kind of lets them focus that energy somewhere. And that's where the Dictionary cards come into play. And it's really nice. So then let's continue on here. Can I wash my hands, please? Yes, you can. Homework folder, finished file, please. All right. So you can see this kid's already like dancing around. Alex is excited. They haven't noticed that there are 3 video cameras in the class yet. But once they catch on to that, just kind of, it breaks down. They got super excited. But that's all right. We're still gonna run with it. Here you are. Thank you. All right, and I need your small. Do you have a small? I need this one. Let's keep these ones. We'll keep these ones. Onegaishimasu. We'll keep these ones in here each time, okay? All right, so, great job. Carl is here. You can have 2 stickers. Can I come in, please? Yes, you can. Please come in. All right, so we speed things up and students all come in. And you can see some of them are now working on their sticker cards, which we'll explain in just a moment. Some of the kids can do this on their own, and so they finish right away. And for the kids that can't find their stickers and put them in the right place on their sticker cards, they can either work with the manager who might be in the class, or they can work with the students next to them and ask for help and kind of look at their cards for reference. So, he's so fast. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our next activity, which we're going to call Get New Stickers on our Dictionary cards. So these are the Dictionary cards, and what it is it's there are 60 stickers on one of these sticker sheets that we sell through the BingoBongo Learning website, and then you can download and print the black and white Dictionary cards for free. And then we laminate those, and the students have to find the location for the stickers. And they're actually all randomized, so if you download all of the Dictionary cards, there are 10 in the pack. And then the students, no 2 students will have the same Dictionary card. So that's, they can't really like look at their, neighbor's card and just put it in the same place. They really have to understand where it goes. And they can either do that by communicating with the teacher, or, if they learn to read and write, maybe that gives them more motivation to learn the spellings and the phonics a little bit faster. So then this would be the ABC Dictionary cards. We actually use these for the first 3 years. So for level 1, level 2, level 3, for the orange fun book. And then for level 1, it would just be the silhouette of the pictures. This is really easy. They find the apple sticker, and they find the apple. Okay, where's Apple? Where's Apple? Can you find the apple? I found it. All right, great. So then level 2 would be the uppercase spellings, and then the letter. They have to put the A on the A and the apple on the apple. This card is not randomized, although the rest of them in the pack are. And then we would do lowercase, or even a more advanced challenge if you wanted that. Then when you go to the Phonics plus Math fun book, we have a set of stickers that matches the vocab in that fun book. And here we're going to be looking at the phonics, the spellings of the stickers, or if you want to focus just on the vowel sounds. So I have to put any sticker that has the sound. So it could be cat or hat or mat, whatever the case. And so then here we're just thinking about words in terms of their vowel structures. And then, yeah, we just continue that pattern. So with FunBook 2, we have the verbs and adjectives. For verbs, we have present tense, past tense, present participle, past perfect. Anyway, we've got all the forms, so you can kind of modify this to match your students' levels, whatever they might be. Even for up to FunBook 3, again, verbs and the adjective stickers. So once they complete their cards, you can even use these as sort of a dictionary, where if you're doing a worksheet and you have to find the past tense forms for all the verbs, then you can maybe pull out your card and get a lot of hints from that. So they've been really effective for a lot of reasons. And what we do with our students, like we just saw in this class, is when they come in, they can get 2 stickers if they've successfully done their homework in the QR codes. Now, if they are level 1, 2, or 3, if they're using the orange book or they're kind of lower level, we have 40 lessons per year. And of those 4 lessons per unit, there's 10 units, we do 3 of them are regular and 1 is a special lesson, like a craft or a cooking class. So for these first 3 times 10, so that's 30 lessons times 2 stickers, that's exactly 1 card per student per year. So it's pretty straightforward. We just get the stickers, write the student's name on the back, and put it in their book, which we keep in the classroom. We just tear out the worksheets as they need, and we keep the stickers. Yeah, so for the advanced kids, then we would do 3 stickers per lesson for all 4. So that's, let's see, 40 times, wait, what am I doing here? So just for the first 3, 4, anyway, I can't do my math. It works out perfectly to 2 sticker sheets per year. So we'll do the first half, that's 20 lessons, 20 times 3, yeah. Anyway, trust me, it is exactly 2 sheets of stickers if you do all 4 lessons. So then they can do verbs for the first half of the year, and just cut that out. And for the advanced students, we would do, say, the first half of the year. We'll give them 3 stickers per lesson for the first 20 lessons. 20 times 3, that's 60. That's 1 sheet. And for the second half of the school year, for the last 20 lessons times 3, so you get exactly 2 sheets of stickers per student per year. So then we would do, say, verbs and adjectives for FunBook 2, verbs and adjectives for FunBook 3. And then another great thing about this is it's a great motivator for getting the kids to do their at-home challenge. And those are those QR code sheets that we're going to see here soon. But we find that the more they watch the videos and play the games at home, the more they have previewed or reviewed all the content and can come ready to just learn and focus on the communication. And finally, we can use the dictionary cards to practice counting. We can study different grammar points. We can do a question and answer review activity. There are a lot of ways to use the dictionary cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that. All right, if you have a question, you have to ask me what's this? You have to ask me what's this?
What's this?
What's this? Okay, so the goal with the sticker cards is to actually create a situation where they don't know how to do it, and we have to communicate to solve the problem. And so, all right. They ask, what's this? So let's use the ABC FunBox to write some words using the word. All right, and so you can see that also there is a giant TV in the center of my classroom. And rather than having the kids sit in a kind of traditional circle or facing each other, I'm trying this new thing where they're just sitting in a line and they're all kind of looking towards the TV. And the idea with this is to kind of create this sort of online lesson that we can also deliver in the classroom. And if I ever have to go back online, or if we want to do more studying at home, I think this creates this procedure just for the kids in their minds. They know kind of how to do this stuff at home. because it's very similar what we're doing in the classroom and what they're doing at home. Anyway, the FunBox has all of our worksheets, all of our games, all of our flashcards, everything that we produce. You will be able to find it instantly in the ABC FunBox based on your fun book, the worksheet, or the unit. But it also has a built-in whiteboard, which is what I'm going to be using here. Board feature! Here we go. So, I'm going to draw type background. I'll use a white background today. Okay, all right, please be quiet. Just a moment. We're going to do white. And what color pen do you want today? Blue, red, orange? What color? Blue. Oh, I heard blue first. All right, so we're going to do blue. Okay, 3 is E. All right, so like I said, the students kind of learn at different levels, and the students that know what to do, they'll just finish right away and say, I'm finished. And then the other ones who don't know what to do, they're going to pick a sticker and say, what's this? And I'll go ahead and write it on the whiteboard or on the TV. And so the other students can either follow suit and choose the same sticker, or they can choose a different one and say, what's this? There are a lot of ways you can structure this. But I like to have this chaos in the beginning where students are all doing different stickers. It allows us to do more activities afterward with review. As long as they have different stickers on their pages, we can do some different things, like, do you have a cat? Yes, I do. No, I don't. What's this? What's this? Question mark. Yes. That's right. Say, is this okay? And it's okay. And I'll also mention with this class, these students have been with me, the first 2 here have been with me for about a year. They just started studying English with me about a year ago. The middle 2 have just joined this class recently, and then the other 2 about a year as well. And so this is another important point about the process or the routine-based lessons, in that instead of using a textbook as the main sort of focus for the first half of the class, these routines allow new students to join really, really seamlessly. So they'll start out like, I don't know, they don't have any clue what's going on. And they just look at the other students, and they can pick that up very quickly. If they see somebody at the same age as them doing something, they'll just, imitate it right away. If they look at a teacher who's, a grown-up, American who speaks, whatever, fluent English, they're gonna be like, whoa, what is this? I don't understand. But yeah, peer learning is a huge part of our process as well. If you were to start with a textbook and say, okay, let's review the words, like, oh, I didn't study any of the first half of this book. And so you're gonna have this kind of, this imbalance that's not really fun for teaching or for, the students in the class. So definitely starting your first half of the class with routines that anyone can jump into at any point. It's great. So we run through this, we get all the students up to speed. Everyone has their 2 stickers for the day. This is milk. M-I-L-K, milk. M-I-L-K, milk. Okay, so everyone's got their stickers, and keep in mind, I haven't actually started the class yet. This is them coming in, doing this sort of, get the energy out and get something, done right away. We're not going to start the class for a few more minutes. I'll spend the first 10, even 15 minutes of our routine doing this because it has so much value in terms of learning new content, and I think helping students learn new things when their brains are fresh and absorbing before they lose their their focus like halfway through the lesson. Okay, so now we're going to count the stickers. I have a background in math, and I think that numbers are very important. If you've ever studied a second language and you can't speak the numbers, it's really hard. So numbers, for me, I think is a great way to give students more confidence when they speak English, but also numbers behave really nicely as sight words. So when we jump into the phonics course after this book, then they're going to learn the CVC and the magic E, but then they're going to know all of these numbers that we can tie them into sight words and start building some other kind of advanced phonics skills right away based on numbers. Let's count the stickers. We're going to count the stickers. So with the counting, it's pretty straightforward, but what we're going to do is every lesson or every other lesson, just how many stickers do you have on your card? They typically should have the same number if they all come to the same number of classes, but you have students who are absent or do makeup lessons. That's fine if they differ a little bit. And then, once they get that under their belt, then start teaching by 2s, by 5s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 5, 10, 15. They love it. It's really exciting for the kids to do this. So let's go ahead and look at that. Like this. 1, 2, ready? Put your cards down, touch all the stickers. Ready? Wait. Ready, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and it's a good way to just kind of bring them all back to the same page and hopefully, hone in this kind of wild energy they've got, but it usually, they get pretty excited after this anyway. So, they're counting the stickers. 15, 21, 27, 28, 29. Woo! All right. So we can practice counting using dictionary cards every lesson. Okay, so we've counted up the stickers. And so we're not going to start the class. We're still going to use this sort of sticker time energy to do a warm-up activity. And the warm-up activity, let me cue it up here, is called the Dictionary Quiz. And the Dictionary cards, they all have questions or kind of sample grammar points that you could use. So for example, with the ABCs, you could say, do you have a cat? Or do you want a cat? Or do you need a cat? And then recently, I've been saying, do you have a cat? Yes, I do. How do you spell cat? C-A-T. Or the students will say, do you have an X? Or do you have like a Z? Or whatever the case. Do you have a Z? Yes, I do. No, I don't. What word starts with Z? So we're stringing these different question and answer series together using dictionary cards. And I haven't even started my class or kind of jumped into the actual core of the curriculum yet. All right, so yeah, that's all we need to say about this dictionary quiz. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so, okay, April, please ask. Let me back up just a hair. Do you have a yo-yo? So I've asked the students first. I do the demonstration. Do you have a yo-yo? And you get an explosion of yes, I do's and no, I don'ts. And again, they're not just saying yes, no. They're speaking full sentences. Yes, I do. No, I don't. And that's going to be really valuable later on when they start using I do or I don't, as part of the, SVO or just sentence structures. So this is really good. Okay, so, okay, April, please ask, do you have a? And this takes a little bit of time, but we go through individually and have the kids read off one sticker from their card. And because not all students have the same stickers, some students might say, might have it, some might not. Big voice.
Do you have a pig?
Do you have a pig?
I
have a pig. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, so they get pretty excited about this. So we just run through all the students. And this is, again, with the two new students here in the middle, they're kind of not familiar with the yes, I do or do you have. So they're really shy, but they can see the other kids, just blurting out the answers and like really excited. And they'll adapt very quickly. So we speed this up a little bit. Let's go to our next activity. Dictionary quiz is finished. Do you have a? Do you have a? Oh, no. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, so. All right, everyone. Now I collect all of their dictionary cards. This is another important point about the lesson for all of my lessons. You can see that the table is just absolutely empty. The students don't have pencil cases, they don't have bags, their bags are on a hook somewhere else. They don't have anything in front of them. Minimizing distractions is a really, really important way to set up your classroom. And that way we can get more done without them, look at my little new eraser, blah, blah, blah. So how do we, deal with the no pencil, no eraser issue? We'll see soon. But again, it's creating a conversation environment or some kind of English challenge for them to do to continue on. Please stand up. All right, so we're going to do our starting routine. So this is probably about 10 minutes into the lesson, and we're actually going to start the class now. This is where we get serious, guys. So the starting routine, what we're going to do is, again, this is only there to add sort of a structured grammar review, some kind of core English patterns that we want them to memorize through just repetition, because kids, you're not going to be able to explain anything logically. So we can use this to focus on teaching, day, date, time, weather, but I'm not really concerned with vocab. If they left my my school after 1 or 2 years and couldn't say any vocab words, they couldn't say any animals or any colors, but they could say yes I am, yes I do, yes I can. and then ask questions like, do you have? They've got all of those core, be verb and just these verb, patterns down. He has, you have. That would be far more valuable to me than learning the colors or vocab. They're going to learn all of that stuff in elementary school and junior high school, but we need to get confidence. We need to instill confidence in speaking and just the foundational grammar points. Okay, so you can see then here I have is it? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Can I sit down, please? So these are the patterns I want them to really focus on every time for our starting routine. Stand up. Good morning!
Good morning.
Good morning! All right, so we start with the good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case. Today is Saturday. I said today is Saturday, and the new kids are like, today is blah, blah, blah. So you always kind of have to be on the alert and, just check to make sure that they're understanding, or they're, if you have new students join the advanced students, you want to always keep an eye on them and sort of teach to their level. If everyone is at the same level, then you can kind of level up. And I like to throw out like, oh, today is, Sunday. And they're like, no, it isn't. Today is Tuesday, or whatever the case. Saturday.
Saturday.
Is it sunny today?
Saturday.
Yeah. Okay, so rather than saying how is the weather, I'm focused on saying is it yes, no questions. Is it sunny? Is it rainy? Is it hot? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it your birthday? It doesn't matter what it is. We need them to say yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Is it? And so when the students are new, if they were all new, I have to really explain, yes, it is. No, it isn't. I have to teach that every time until it becomes, fossilized or ingrained, and they can just say it without the prompt. But you really do have to spend several months just always feeding them that hint. Rainy today? But again, I gave them the hint the first time, and after that they can do it. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Without my help. Not yet. No, it isn't. Is it snowy today? No, it isn't. Is it cloudy today?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Let's start English class. All right, so then we do that. Let's start the English class. And then finally, this class has got a lot of energy going on, but can I sit down, please? Sometimes you can have the students ask each other. Yes, you can. No, you can't. For a lot of students, just have them all blurt it out and just, yes, you can. You can all sit down. Can I?
Can I sit down?
All right, yes, you can. You can sit down. All right, okay. All right, so that's the starting routine. Everyone. All right, guys. Okay, next we're going to take a look at attendance and how are you? And these are also thrown in there to focus on be verbs and some other here and there, some other important things that just are hard to learn through worksheets or textbooks. Okay, so I'm going to use the ask cards. So Bingo Bongo Learning has these All-Star Kids profile cards. The front has the kid's profile, and then after each unit they get to throw a sticker on here. The back has the questions, and then it also has a bunch of just core vocab that we can maybe refer to throughout the year if you needed more stuff to look at. So we're going to use these to call off their names. For this lesson, I'm not going to use these any further, but I have this sort of rotation of resources that I can use depending on the unit. So maybe I could use battle eggs, these pet cards. I could use their ask cards to practice their profiles. We could use talking posters to look at a unit that maybe ties into the vocab that ties into the current unit. But these are the All-Star Kids cards. Just to have a quick look, level 1, here's the back, level 2, here's the back, level 3. Level 1, 2, and 3 are the same profile. So we're just going to give them 3 years to really get the hang of saying their name, their nickname, their age, their favorite color, food, and animals, and then things they can do and they can't do. The back changes up a little bit. The numbers might get a little more advanced, and the topics become more phonics oriented. Then at level 4, we have some new questions like what grade are you in? Who is your teacher? And then you can just see like as the levels increase, level 6, this really ties in with the fun books, because with fun book 2, we start teaching big, bigger, tall, taller. So then the question is, who are you taller than? I'm taller than my brother, but I'm younger than my sister. So we start introducing all of the grammar that we want them to just internalize without having to teach, in one unit of a book or something. So this is something we can use all year and get constant review, and it just builds on itself. And so by the time you're at level 8, You know, if I get $1 million, I will buy a or let's see, let's go here. My nickname, I'm older than, I'm younger than, I'm from, and I live in. Anyway, it's a great tool for lessons, and we even have further higher levels of cards, junior high school, and then on the back, when you get to the higher levels, we have just a story from the textbook that we think they should be able to memorize if possible, but just if they don't want to memorize it, just read it several times to get confident with some of these patterns. There is, there are, etc., etc. So with attendance, I'm going to ask, where is Alex? Or I'm just going to say Alex. I'm not going to say is Alex here. I want them to say, I'm here. I'm here. And sometimes I'll run to the side of the classroom and say, is he in the cup? No, he's not there. So I got here and there. But then after he says, I'm here, the other students will shout out, he's here. So I am here, he is here, she is here. If I say my name, they have to say, you are here. So they got you are. So you can see all the be verbs are covered. And then, I'll throw out names like Ampaman or just some, popular characters. And they have to say, he's not here, she's not here. And the students who want to kind of be the, class clowns, you say their name and they'll go, I'm not here. And you're like, oh, if you're not here, where are you? Like, I'm in Osaka. Who said that? And like, a lot of times the students, where's Jeremy? You are not here. Well, who said that? Anyway, you can really see that they're understanding the content, the concepts, and having fun with it. Having fun with the second language is awesome. So let's take a look at the attendance in practice. Ask cards. So I grab their ask cards off the wall. I don't let them take their ask cards home. We keep them just so that we can have them. Students will typically lose them or not bring them in, and we have, it's just inconvenient for us. Take attendance. Cards. All right, we're going to...
I'm here.
Whoa! Cards to take attendance. All right, where's Alex?
I'm here.
Whoa, he's here. Where's April?
I'm here.
Whoa, ready? She's, hey, big one, she's here. Hey. Where's Jack? Whoa! So they get really excited. He's here. Okay, so you can do a lot of things with this. You can start asking in pairs, like, where's Alex? Where are Alex and Jack? And they have to say, we are here. And the other students yell out, they are here. So none of this is really spelled out in, this sort of step-by-step manual, but the more experience you have as a teacher, the more you know when the students have internalized a concept, can use it, have mastered it, and you have to kind of know where to push them to the next level. And I don't think there's really any great textbook that can do that. That's where the experience and the skill of the teacher comes into play. But these activities are all great for doing that. Okay, let's say he's here. Okay, where's Carl? Carl? We love it. Okay, let's say he's here. Big boy, ready? He's here. Where's Ampama? He's not. All right, Jack. Okay, so they're getting a little bit out of hand, but they're yelling out, English, and I'm pretty lenient with this class. I don't mind this kind of, excited wildness. If it was getting out of hand, I might, focus more on starting a unit song faster, getting them focused. But these activities, they're really, really valuable. Where's Jamie? Where's Jeremy? All right, so I'm here. So they just know you are here. Oh, I'm here. Okay, so after that, we're going to do not attendance. We're going to do how are you? And this, again, is just as a refresher for some kids, but also for the new students who haven't, learned all of the emotions. I'm happy, sleepy, hungry, just to review that and get them up to speed. All right, let's see if we're going to do the emotions very quickly. Ready? I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm Beijing. right, so let's throw in a few dad jokes.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Bijin means beautiful in Japanese, but it sounds like busy.
Can you see that?
All right, kids are falling down.
I'm angry.
All right, so we practice all of them, and then we just go one by one. How are you? I'm how are you?
I'm hungry, how are you? I'm happy, how are you? I'm safe, how are you?
I'm hot.
All right, so I stopped here because I'm trying to cover a lot of different activities in one lesson. Now, if you want to spend more time on any individual activity, you could take this a little one step further and have the kids say, I'm happy, I'm not busy. I'm hungry, I'm not sleepy. Or what I used to do, or like to do sometimes with smaller classes, is see if the students can memorize all the other students' answers and then say, okay, I'm happy, he's sleepy, he's hungry, she's busy, you are okay. And again, just drilling the I am, he is, she is, you are. So that's how we do attendance and how are you. Let's take a look at our next activity then. All right, so here's where we start bringing in the resources and moving towards the curriculum side of things. We've probably spent not quite half the class, but the first third of the class just doing these sticker routines, the starting routine, starting the class. So with phonics chants, I just like to throw in a video after a long stretch of kind of, you know, grammar drills, although they're not grammar drills to the students, but just, you know, so much of our routine is just them thinking and using their brains. Let's just have a little reset, a little refresh. And I can also use this time to kind of prep my next activity if it's, you know, I got to grab something, which I'm going to be doing here in a second. So you'll see that. And here we go.
I'm going to use the ABC FunBox, and we're going to do a song. We're going to sing a...
All right, so the ABC FunBox has just hundreds of videos, just like thousands and thousands of resources, and you just, you know, choose the unit, the level, and the worksheet, and you can just find things very, very quickly. So I'm actually using phonics chants from the level 4, the Phonics plus Math Fun book, but these kids love it so much that it's a great sort of, you know, unit song alternative, although we are going to do the unit song as well.
Unit song. I'm sorry. Here we go. So we're going to load this song.
So let's see how to, we're going to look at how to load anything from the FunBox, just to see how quick it goes.
Song. Here we go.
So I closed down my whiteboard unit. I've just selected level 4.
So we're going to load this.
And you load any worksheet, and it just has a huge list of things that are associated with that worksheet.
Song.
It can be games and chants and flashcards and just so much, and you just find what you need.
In the videos, unit song.
Click it and load it,
I'm
and
sorry, not unit song. We're going to do the unit chants.
and you're good to go.
Come back. Here we go. So we're going to sing. What does the? You. What does the you say?
In the 10 years of teaching English step by step, there are no videos that compare with these phonics chants to get these kids just like riled up and yelling the phonics sounds. It's pretty awesome.
Everyone, let's sing. Oh. Listen. Oh. Up. All right, here we go. What does the you say? What does the you say? What does the you say? The you says You says son.
Okay, so it actually goes through and the students can practice all of the CVC words with the short U sound for this video. And these are all the vocab words that are found in the next level for them. So level 4 will be the Phonics plus Math Fun book. So we're just kind of getting them ready for next year, but they'll be definitely well prepared. So we do the phonics chant, run through that. And while they're kind of wrapping that up, I'm off to the side and I'm digging out the pet cards from their finished files. So our finished files, as you saw in the picture, it actually has a side pouch that we can store the pet cards. And each student has their own case. And I did, the last webinar, number 8, was basically a whole webinar dedicated to showing how to use battle eggs in the classroom and the kind of benefits that you can get from using it, whether it's the students advancing spelling or getting new students through kind of these mini tournaments that you can hold. It's a really, really great thing that we've implemented about 2 years ago now. So we've been using it for 2 years in this class, and yeah, I can't see how we ever did lessons without them before. So next we're going to jump into the Battle Eggs practice. So let's go ahead and scroll ahead here. So the phonics chants wraps up, and we have pet card review. So our pet card review, basically, like I said, every student has their own small case, which holds about 15 cards. If you buy a pet deck, it comes with 15 cards, 1 rainbow card. But the kids, because they're randomized and it's a collectible card game, so the kids want to collect and collect and collect. We use them for rewards and games and activities. So the kids have actually started, collecting and collecting. So some of the kids have 50, 70, 80 cards now, so they need multiple cases. But the main one we use in classes is always their small case filled with 15 cards. Now on a pet card, it has things like the weather, the numbers from 10 to 110, the pet type and color, so red, ghost, their favorite things, their hobby, there's 10 shapes, 10 emotions, and actually every word spelled backwards, every name spelled backwards. So his name is Retzball, and lobster. Maybe lobsters are red after you cook them, I don't know. So there's so many little ways that we can use these, and we don't have to play a game. All I'm going to do is tell the kids, hey, take out your pet cards and just run through them and say all the words that we've decided for the day. Today it's going to be, I believe, the color, the pet type, and the number. And so because these are like a toy to kids, they don't think of it as a textbook or sticker. It's got a completely different dynamic to it that I don't think there's any other way to really replicate this in a lesson. So let's take a look at that.
We're going to use our pet cards from Battle Eggs, and we're going to practice the colors and the pets.
So I went ahead and pulled out all of the pet decks. I'm going to distribute them in a moment, and then I have my own decks that I'm going to use just to illustrate or demonstrate the activity.
I'm going to say, it's a blue octopus.
It's a blue octopus.
It's a black monster.
It's a black monster.
It's a pink zombie.
It's a pink zombie.
It's a PP, 20 PP.
99.
Oh, she did it first. Let's say it.
So we practiced then the PPP as well. Like I said, I don't think you can get enough number practice, especially with the younger kids.
It's a purple alligator.
It's a purple alligator.
99 PPP.
99.
Alligator. A blue help you. Okay. Cards, please. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Yes, you can. Here you go.
All right, so I distribute their pet cards to them.
Here you go, Jamie. Here you go.
And they can just open and start.
Now, these are for yours. Alex, this is teacher. This is Jeremy. You can use my cards. Okay, please open your case and please start. Ready, go. It's a green cat.
It's an orange frog.
66.
It's
a rainbow frog. It's a rainbow zombie.
All right, so they're all working through this independently. If you have a manager in your school or classroom or somebody who can come in and help, this is a great time to do that. And I just kind of wander back and forth and make sure that nobody's getting stuck and teach them, what's this? Can you help me? Teach them the sort of survival English they need to complete the activity, and you get a lot of mileage out of this. So maybe next month we could practice, color or shapes, and then we could practice emotions. It doesn't really matter. We just rotate, and the kids are so excited to pull these out and use it. And because I have, again, the organization with the finished files that allows me to do that, we've got specific cases made for this activity. I collect the cases, put them back, or at the end of the class I distribute them, give them back, and it just works smoothly.
106.
In theory. Usually it works smoothly. All right, so they work through that for a couple minutes, and that's all they need.
It's a red ninja. Please put them back in your case.
And so I ask the kids, put them back in the case, and I collect them, and we move on to the next activity.
32. Let's review some of them.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the review of the previous lesson. And here's where the FunBox, it comes in really handy. I don't have to, find their worksheets. I don't have to find their books or anything. I just can pick, if it's currently, level 3, unit 5, lesson 3, I just go up one lesson and I can find all the worksheets, all the chants, everything I need to review that very quickly. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to review now using a chant video and a quick flashcard-based game. So let's take a look at that.
Those words today. We're going to review words that start.
Let me see, I might have some notes here on that. Let's see if we got any notes. Going back to battle eggs, here's some more battle eggs. Pet cards review. Students have their unique decks to use them. They can practice colors, animals, food, numbers, dates, shapes, emotions, weather, favorite, food, drink, hobby. And students can practice the vocab at their own pace. Yeah, we got that covered. Boing. Okay, so now we're going to do the review chants. And again, the ABC FunBox lets us just do everything just, super rapidly. It's so fast. So I'm going to find the worksheets from the last lesson, and I'm going to pull up the chants, the games, the tutorial videos, the solution pages, mini lessons, anything I need. And then I'm also going to do another quick game. And again, the FunBox knows what worksheet you've selected. Once you select that worksheet, the whole FunBox list of games just updates specifically to that worksheet. It just knows. So everything is dynamically created. And you'll have dozens of things you can choose to teach or review any given worksheet. So in practice, what did I end up doing? We can go here.
With the little letter M, using the ABC FunBox.
So here I'm just going to do the quick search to find the worksheet.
Here are all of the worksheets from the FunBook. So this is level 3.
So my class now is level 3.
Today is unit 5.
Unit 5.
Last week was lesson 1. Where does it start with the letter M? You want hokey pokey.
So I just load one worksheet and the left-hand side just updates with everything I need.
And so, here we go. We're going to practice the chants one time. Let's see how well they learn the words.
Pokey, pokey.
Hokey pokey. Whoa. Okay, let's say all the words in a big voice, please.
Okay, so it's just it's a chant video.
Start with the letter M.
And again, just mixing up the different things we do. We're not only doing worksheets, we're not only doing textbook, we're not only doing printed flashcards, we're not only doing chant videos. Just a variety of different things. It's going to help all the students and kind of meet their different needs. Some students might adapt better to learning through video. Some might do better with the battle eggs. But we have just all of our bases covered here.
Man.
So we do the chant video. I'm going to speed things up here a little bit.
All right, great job, guys.
And then so I already have the worksheet loaded, so I have all these games to choose from.
Boom. Okay, so let's see if we can guess the picture. Hokey pokey. You guys want to sing the
Okay, so these are the words. There are 5 words in the worksheet. The last lesson was words that start with the letter M. So we have mop, mat, man, milk, and mud. And they, so we're seeing if they can read these, and most of them have no problem.
hokey pokey. Okay. All right. Let's say Ma. What is it? It's good. Let's say it's a mop.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so they get a little bit wild. That's why I don't typically do too much game-based activities in my classes, but again, there are no points, no winners, but they just get really excited to do anything when it's in the FunBox or on the big TV, so.
All right. Okay, let's say, ready, go. Man. Is this a man?
Okay, so we practice
man.
these.
Mat. Oh, is this a mat? Man. Or am I?
All right, speed this up. There's only 5 words, so this doesn't take very long.
Okay, so we're going to do the unit song.
Okay, and so now we're about to switch gears again, and we're going to go to the current unit, the current lesson's content, which is words that start with the letter N, L-M-N-N. But again, I'm going to throw in another song just to allow them to sort of refresh and get ready for some new activities, new writing-based activities, the worksheets.
And we want to hear if you guys have been practicing at home. I think you guys have been practicing at home. Ask me, where's Mihiro? She's at home. She had a baby.
You know what I like to
Think about 33 things. I like to think about 33 things. I like to think about. I'll tell you now. Okay, so before we started using the FunBox and the QR code based activities at home, the students weren't really learning the songs very well. We'd have to, practice them in class, but now it's to the point where they're listening to them at home 3 times at least per week. They come in, they can sing it right away. So this for me is just, throw it on to change gears, see how they're doing. I don't have to teach it necessarily, but if it's one of the, activities that I want to do, I can throw that in really easily with the FunBox as well. Orange owl, purple pigs. All right. Speed up to the unit song. And while the unit song is, playing, I'm getting ready for the next activity.
Mo, we're going to do worksheet time.
Okay, so now we're going to do the new content. Where does this start with the letter M? And I actually, for this lesson, I didn't actually teach the new content. I'm just going to jump right in with the activities and the worksheets and teach it through that. But also, I know that the students have been watching the videos at home. There's one video to prepare, to preview, and this is also the 3rd time, well, in theory, they've only been with me. This is their 2nd time to see these vocab words. So then, let's go back to our slides here. Let's see, so we've got the review. We did the unit songs, great for transition, change the class mood, next activity, got that. So new content, I'm going to do the ABC, I'm going to use the ABC FunBox, and I'm going to do the worksheets before I give them the worksheets. And there's one thing I've learned is that if there's a fun worksheet the kids want to do, they kind of can't do 2 things at once. They can't listen to the teacher and, run through it. So if they have a pencil in their hands, good luck ever getting them to, say something or focus on some other activity. So what we're going to do is just do it all first on the TV, on the ABC FunBox, before they ever have anything in front of them. What does that look like?
Using today's worksheet. Today is Unit 5, Lesson 2, words that start with the letter N. And so we're going to start with this worksheet. All right. So, if it's a heart, we write a big N. If it's a...
Okay, so this is one of the worksheets that they have, and I'm just going to work through it a little bit to get them sort of understanding the content, but also we can get some speaking practice in the process.
Square, so let's the square. It's a small N. It's a heart. It's a
Big N.
good job. It's a big N. All right, let's go faster. Ready? It's a heart. Big N. It's a square. Small N.
All right, so I've read in different posts and different blogs that some teachers are using these, these touch screens or these projectors to let kids go up and do the activities. But I feel that you lose that sort of opportunity to communicate with the students. They have to tell me what to do. Whereas if they're touching it, I think they're more focused on the process of doing it than the communication. It's hard to explain, but for me, I typically almost never give them control of the whiteboard. I want to keep it looking nice as well, but no, it's for the communication. That's the main thing I want. I want them to tell me, and so they have more speaking practice.
It's a square. Small N. Left, right. Ready? Let's see.
Okay, so here's another worksheet that they would have. Now, this worksheet, they would typically just do it on their own. They just run through and they would do the maze, find the ends, and get from the beginning to the end. But now if I do it on the big screen and they have to tell me where to move the pen, then we can practice up, down, left, right, giving directions, go forward or go straight, go left, go right, stop. And yeah, we get so much more speaking opportunities this way.
Down, left, right. Ready? Up, down, left, right. Up, down. Can we go fast? Ready? Go. Up, down, left, right. Okay.
So I think it's still a little bit difficult for them. It's just something we've been doing recently, but the more you practice, the better they get. So we just make sure to do it every lesson.
So, up, down, left, right. Please tell me to go up, down, left, or right.
So here's where the having every single worksheet in the FunBox together with the drawing feature.
Okay, so the nut wants to go into the nest. Please tell me up, down, left, or right. Go down.
Go down. Stop.
Go.
Go.
Go left.
Go left. Stop. Stop. Go down.
Go down.
Stop. Stop. Go right. Stop. Stop. Go up.
Okay, so they've actually got it. It just takes a little bit of review and a little bit of practice, but this, before doing this activity, my students have never really had a good chance to practice, go left, go right, and never really had those vocab words under their belt. But again, they're using the English to communicate some task, and next time they say go left, go right, they'll know exactly what, anytime they need to say go left or go right, they'll be able to say it.
Go.
All right, so we do this worksheet.
All right, now guys, we're going to do the worksheet together. The worksheet that has...
Okay, so now we actually hand out the worksheets, and we also hand out the pencils. And we have 4 colors of pencils, and the students have to say, can I have a pink pencil, please? Now, when they're younger, they just say pink pencil, please, but we get over that pretty quickly. So by the time they're, I think, 3 or 4, can I have a pink pencil? Can I have a green pencil, please? And then as we learn adjectives, by level 5 or 6, they're like, can I have a long, sharp purple pencil, please? And like, okay, here you go. So I get the sharpener out. It's kind of like a little pencil cafe. It's really fun.
The words are to the bottom. We're going to do these together. Here you are. Here you are.
Okay, so let me refer to my notes for worksheet time. Again, we're trying to practice verbal communication while working through the impossible parts. When I design these worksheets, I intentionally add things that students can't do on their own. They need to communicate or have some way to solve this problem. And then also, we're not going to just do the worksheet on the whiteboard. I'm going to do some different activities that allow them to sort of put 2 and 2 together and solve the puzzles or solve the problem that they find in the worksheets.
All right, so we always look for communication opportunities. Can I have them? What color?
Okay, so here's the pencil. Pencils being distributed.
All right. Shh, quietly, one by one. Can I have them? Yes, you can. Can I have them?
So she's saying, can I have a long pink pencil, please?
Okay.
Or she said green.
So we're going to use this worksheet, but I'm going to use a flashcard game in the ABC FunBox. I like to use which pick. The students can find, they can match the letters, and they can write the picture. Okay, so here we go. N-O-S-E, no.
Okay, so they're using the first edition FunBook worksheets, which are a little bit different. This is one of the worksheets that changed. And let's take a look at just how this would work if I had a worksheet that they were doing. Now, let me see if I can find my worksheets here. Pew! So I pull up the FunBox, and this is the second edition worksheet. The bottom is the same. We decided that they can get more practice doing uppercase to lowercase writing by writing the uppercase to lowercase letters. They're actually drawing a line from the picture to the word. If you have the first edition FunBook, you'll know which worksheet it is. But instead of just doing the worksheet, I like to go over here and just see what my options are. So if I can do some other activity, so for example here, let's see, they have to write the lowercase words. So I'm gonna go to which word. And if I do which word, then it shows a picture, and then it shows 4 spellings. So then I would say, okay, what is this? Nose, N-O.
Nope,
okay,
it's not
no,
nut.
It's not nut. Is it?
Nope,
no,
it's not net. Nope, it's not nap.
All right, so then they could go, okay, nose. And if we go back to the worksheet, then they would say, okay, nose, and they would write the lowercase. So this gives them a way to do that very nicely. But just in terms of games or activities, I have secret squares here. So, remove the tiles. I can do concentration. So I've got to find
Nap.
the
Nut.
nest.
Nut.
Oh, we got it. So
Nut.
anyway,
Nut.
there's so much you can do. First, letters, if we were just focusing on maybe the phonics, guess the picture.
Nose.
That's a nose. What's this one, guys? Again, this wouldn't necessarily be a great activity for the worksheet, but for teaching, reviewing the words. Listen and find. So here they just have to listen.
Nap.
Nap. Which one's nap? There's kind of no end to the activities. We've got more in the works that we just haven't added to the FunBox. They'll be here soon. Flip and find is kind of like concentration, but
Nope, it's not nest.
with the first
Nope,
word
it's not
already decided.
net. Nope, it's
All right, good
nut.
job. So, you know, some of these are reading, writing focused, some are speaking, listening focused. Which pick? Here I've got to read the word and find the picture. Which word? Memory matching. Chaos Cups is a super awesome game. Okay, let's go. You know, let's go fast. Where's the nest? Where's the nest, guys? All right, let's stop. Can you find the nest? 1, 2, or 3. Okay, good job. So I do that, and again, it's all I had to do was just find the worksheet, and I've got all of my chant videos, my unit song. I've got, you know, if I want to do some printable games, I've got, you know, like snakes and ladders style. We've got bingo with pictures. We've got bingo with pictures and words. We've got, let's see, bingo with just words. Bingo with just, you know, some writing practice built in. There's no end. We got printable word searches where they draw the lines from the words to the pictures, and this could go on forever. We've got mini lessons where we actually teach the students how to do the worksheets, battle eggs, etc., etc. So the FunBox is unlike anything else. If you're using the FunBooks, it's highly recommended. So going back to then our routine here. So that's what I'm doing. This is one of the games or activities that I like to use for this worksheet.
Nose. Where's nose?
And so they're gonna,
It's
now
a
they've got the
nose.
letters, they've
Please
got the
draw
word,
a
they've got the
line
picture,
from-
and they have to draw the line from the word and then spell it out.
From the nose to the nut.
And of course, I want them to say N-O-S-E, nose.
Sorry, nose. Nose to N-O-S-E. No, that's not a nut. All right, nose, good. And please write the word N-O-S-E, nose, in a big voice. Please write, N-O-S-E, nose.
Okay, so worksheet time is always a big part of our lessons, and you can see they really are just enthused, or they get drawn in and they want to do these worksheets. They're little puzzles that you know, it's never too easy or too difficult. There's just a process that they love doing, and they become, you know, very quiet and focused. And the quiet thing is kind of what bugs me. So by using the FunBox, I can, you know, have them you know, practice speaking, saying the letters, saying the words between each sort of you know, problem or question. And if you let them go on their own, it just becomes dead silent. And they're going through and they're doing them, but of course, you know, we only have 45 minutes once a week to actually practice speaking. So that's where I want to spend all of my time and energy.
N-O-S-E, nose. N-O-S-E, nose.
All right, so we run through that. And we do all 5 of the words at the top.
You do the word.
And then I say, okay, guys, it's time for some free time. So at this point, there's about 5 minutes left in the class. And I jump into free time for a couple of reasons, just to let them kind of, you know, run through whatever they want to be doing. Mainly, it's for me to have a few minutes of kind of organization time where I can check off their finished homeworks and get everything ready to distribute at the end for our ending routine, which again, like I said, the organization, the process of that is something that took us 10 years to finally figure out. But now that we have it, I'm letting everyone know. And this just, you know, you can get everything back, whether you're using, you know, the Stictionaries, the battle eggs, the old homeworks, the new homeworks, the sticker card, everything just in 3 minutes, done. So I need a couple minutes to prepare for that, and that's why I'm letting them sort of do their own thing.
All right, if you want to try the word search now,
And it's gonna go silent, but that's just, you know, it's only 2 or 3 minutes for the class, and that's all right.
you can do it. Go. If you find it, I will check their finished homeworks, sign off on those, and get ready to end the class.
So yeah, silence, but like I said.
Marking the blue folders.
All right, so what I do now is I get all the blue folders ready to go. I get all of their old homeworks ready to go. I tear off the QR codes. I get their finished files ready to go, and we're going to do this little distribution process at the end. Now, let's see. We speed through that. Do free time. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm kind of checking off their homeworks, but you look at these QR codes. This is great. Every lesson, we staple a list of QR codes to their homeworks and have the kids go home and do them. They're kind of optional, but again, they want to get their stickers. We say, try to do at least 5, color 5 of the, you know, I did it bubbles. This, I think this is probably Alex, 1, 2, 3. So he's done 12, and that's excellent. And they even write the dates that they do it. So that gives me some insight on how often they're reviewing and what they're reviewing.
Very colorful, did all of his QR codes.
All right.
Here, they're so colorfully done. Nice
And
work.
yeah, I mean, this is super cool. If we take a look at my notes here, boom, 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 ending routine. So take a look at these QR codes. This is from this lesson, or maybe the week after, because I needed a photo, but 100% completion rate. And this student, all 12, and let's see, 4 times, what do we got? 4 times 2, so 8, when we ask for 5 bubbles. So every single student. And the reason this is happening is because we've spent the time to create the system where the students understand what they have to do. If we email the links to parents, I don't think we get as good of a success rate. The kids have to color in the bubbles. They have to, there's this process, and then they have to bring it in to get their stickers, and then they get 60 stickers. They get a new pet cards, and so. And at the beginning of the year, we even have this sort of tutorial video, how to do it. And so now, reaching around 200 students in our school, or our schools, we have over 90% of the students doing it. So that is a reason why this is so successful. It's just the organization of the whole curriculum, with the books tying into the FunBox, which then ties into the QR codes. All right, so then we go to our ending routine, and we're going to collect all the pencils and erasers. I do that very quickly. If you wanted to assign it to a student, and that's their task, can I have your pencil, please? That'd be great. Then I run through, give the students just their blue folder, and the blue folder has 2 things, their homework and their Dictionary card. Put those in, close it. Once that's done, they get their next finished file. They can open that, put their finished homework in, and their pet cards, which I distribute kind of one by one. After that, can I go home, please? So let's see how the chaos ensues.
Okay.
So after the free time, I went through and just showed them the solutions for this to see if they could find the answers on their own.
Burners, did you find all 5? I'm sorry.
Okay, ending routine. I collect the pencils.
Okay, so we're going to get their sticker cards and their
All
homework.
right, next I give out just the blue homework folders.
Their blue folders.
So the only thing they have on the desk now is their blue folder and their homework, their current homework, and they just put those in to the blue folder. Then I run through and I give them their Dictionary cards one by one. All right, so Dictionary cards have been distributed. So at that point, sticker card, homework in the blue folder, close it. Now I run through with the finished files, distribute those one by one.
Please close.
Finish file, finish file, finish file. Okay, the next thing I give them is their finished homework, which they know has to go into the finished file. I point to it, I help them open their zipper if need be.
April.
And because we use the pet decks in this class, I also have to distribute those, and those go in the little zipper pouch in the side of the finished files. So this class is 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes on the button. I always end just right on the dot. I don't have any, kids, stuck behind doing like worksheets. I don't want to finish. I take their pencils away. I give them their stuff and say, go home.
Okay, everyone, stop. Okay, let's say, no, listen. Okay, thank you for watching. 1, 2. Thank you for watching.
All right, so they were so into the cameras that we had to say thank you to everyone for watching today's video. And then...
Can I go home, please?
We do so everyone stand up. We are finished. Can I go home, please?
Yes, you can. Goodbye.
And that is my 45-minute lesson. In all of its glory. I edited out, some of the, hey guys, calm down, hey, stop running around, sit in your chair, but that's normal. But even with that, I was able to cover so much content. And it's not like I'm doing it, so fast that they're not really learning from it, because it's every lesson we have this routine. And did I mention I spent 0 minutes preparing for that? So just to summarize everything that we did in this full lesson, this is kind of organized in a strange way, but let's see. We started with greetings, and then we did stickers, number 2. Number 3, we counted off the stickers. Number 4, we did the Dictionary quiz. Do you have a cat? Yes, I do. Then we started the class And we practiced, yes it is, no it isn't, with weather, and we said it's Saturday. For the advanced classes, I would say what's the day, what's the date, what's the time. Then we took attendance using the ask cards. After that we did phonics chants, just as a little refresher. We did pet cards review. Now pet cards, like I said, number 8 is kind of my rotating activity. I could do pet cards, I could do, I could do the talking posters, I could use their ask cards, or I could do something related to the unit song and that slot. So that's kind of my rotating free spot there. And then we did some review with a chant. We did a review with a game. We did the unit song. We looked at some new content through worksheets. Then we did some worksheets together. I gave them a few minutes of free time, and we did the ending routine. So if you think about that, all in 45 minutes, that's about 3 minutes per activity. Yeah, it seems, I don't know, that's the right amount, I think, for that age. If we're doing more advanced topics and we want to spend more time on any of the activities, obviously you can spend as much time and use fewer slots here. But I just want to illustrate that the organization and having this routine-based lesson system in place will allow you and your students to accomplish a lot. Well, this has been our webinar number 9, routine-based lessons that take less than 5 minutes to prepare. I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in our next webinar. Great, thank you. See you.